Good Saturday afternoon here in Northwest Kansas. We are getting ready to track some severe weather that's coming out of Colorado this evening, and in particular for any activities or events that are going on out there in Goodland, St. Francis, those areas that are now included into that severe thunderstorm watch with that activity coming out of Colorado. The last update here at 4 o'clock, the Weather Service has added Logan and Thomas County, which would include Oakley and Colby, into that watch box until 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Mountain. We're watching these two areas of severe thunderstorms that are now out there in the Fort Morgan and Sterling area. We've got another cell that's entering western Kit Carson County, just to the south of Last Chance, north of Araba, and then another cell that's further down there in Kiowa, heading towards Cheyenne counties there in Colorado. This is all forecasted to take an east-southeast movement here this evening, around 30 miles per hour, reaching that Kansas-Colorado border between around that 7 o'clock, 6:30 time frame, Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Central Time there this evening. So then when that takes the track through southwest Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, we would potentially see the threat of some severe weather. Right now, those storms are putting down about an inch and a quarter type hail, what the radar is estimating. Wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour with that low level jet and everything that's developing here this evening. High dew points out here in Kansas. Had some sunshine. Dynamics are there that we could see 1 to 3 inch hail, and that's going to be the biggies with this thing is that 2-3 inch hail. The storms that we saw last night that went through Hoxie, Trenton, Jennings, Dresden had that tennis, maybe baseball size hail with the 60, 70 mile an hour winds that caused a lot of damage. We saw tree bark getting ripped off trees, siding, cars, shingles getting ripped off houses. A lot of damage with those cells that went through those communities. We also saw a tornado warning there in rural areas. Once it moved into southeastern Sheridan counties, southwestern Graham counties. So we'll be watching for that activity, and I'll show you some the weather data here with the computer models that are indicating that these cells out here in Colorado, the ones that are taking the south track, have a little bit more dynamics out ahead of them and behind them, and those are the ones that will probably have that really, really large hail and the potential tornadic possibilities as they move through Wallace County, Tribune, Sharon Springs, possibly those counties down there. The second batch is entering some drier air that is sitting up there in northeastern Colorado, where there was a little bit more westerly wind up there around Sterling, Ogallala, Nebraska, and that, where the dew points have dropped into the lower to middle 50s. That'll give it a little harder time to get that pumped up and severe until it gets to maybe Ray, Binkelman, Hagler area, an hour later behind there. And then that's what we'll be watching for the movie in Ludell, what can happen here in Atwood, where we're broadcasting from. Colby's kind of in between there, Oakley. So when we get into those later time frames here this evening towards that 7, 8 o'clock, we'll have a pretty good idea of the track movement, what they're going to be dumping. We got storm chasers out there, Radar Omega does, on both these cells. There's one down on the south one and two up on the north one, I think. So we'll be able to get some pictures of what's happening as it's heading towards us here this evening. And that is what we're trying to really promote with our weather service here. You'll see the radio stations calling me. Joe will be calling me from KYVZ here in Atwood. We got folks out on the ground. Northwest Kansas crew is all in Ludell. They left at 4 o'clock when they made their decision to start here at 6 this evening. We're going to try to get that done and wrapped up before 9 o'clock out there in Ludell so we can enjoy the movie, get the fundraiser in, and get out of there so everybody's safe to get home before the weather gets bad, or if these storms take a track and beeline off, and then we put Hitchcock, Trenton, Red Willow, or maybe the Hitchcock County and Rollins County could plop into the warning criteria. Right now, those two counties are the watch area. right now those two counties are out. Kind of with this idea with the southeast track, if you watched all the severe weather posts out there this morning through the day, you saw kind of where they were shifting that higher threat area. It got pushed a little farther north here this afternoon to include Dundee County, Thomas County, Logan County, with that activity that's up there in that Sterling, Fort Morgan area. So when we pop the radar on up here, we'll see all of that. I think what I'll show you next is some of this computer models stuff that we look at to verify this a little bit. I think you guys find that of interest before we get rolling here and the stuff gets a little bit closer. So what we're looking at, what I'm going to put up here will be our, I'm going to go rain first. So what we're looking at here is our rain totals projected out with the current thing here. This is of 1 o'clock today. We'll bounce it forward. Seeing this. This is the one taking a little bit northern. Let me get got the wrong model up here. (18Z). We'll get the Canadians, what we're looking at. So our 18Z data is starting to update as we speak here. So it's not fully downloaded yet, but we got some of the models are earlier. So here's that track through midnight. And if you look at this, this model, this is our Canadian model, is showing that as we look at it now, it's 7 o'clock. So this would be at 7 o'clock. It's kind of forecasting this 1 inch rain amounts from now until 7 o'clock being out there to the state line. That would be 7 o'clock Central Time. When we click this is 1 a.m. What we're looking at here, storms are taking that southeast track. We got some four inch totals going up to 4.5 down there. Some really heavy rain. So that is our Canadian model. We switch models here. We've got what we call our European model. This one's got the little farther. This one has it always tends to be farther north. It's pretty normal for it to take a northern track, but it too, at the ATZ run, this is 1 a.m. again, showing that further south, a little bit further north with this stuff in here. So we do have some 3/4 inch amounts reaching all the way to Atwood, Oberlin. You get to Colby, we got 1.39 inch, 2, 3, 3 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch totals there. So that is our European. We get to right now the GFS, which is the American model. This is the one I tend to use. Now this one is even further north, as you can see with the tracks. But that drier air comes into effect. So that drier air sitting out here, right now, Fort Morgan, Sterling, it's a little farther north than what's actually happening. It's showing that heavy rain. It hits that drier air, that batch does, and the south one's taking the main energy and sucking it out of that stuff to the north. We're looking at same thing. That tracks down here. Here's Colby. St. Francis is getting in it a little bit. Still have these 1/2 inch amounts out over Rawlins County. More scattered a little later. So that is our rain dynamics with this system, kind of the timing. We'll look at some severe weather parameters now. This is where the highest likelihood of the severe weather will be, according to these same models. And I actually will be looking at more of our short range model. Here, this is our HRR model. It's updated every cycle. This is actually, we can get a 21Z now. That was 19Z. So it was showing the real severe weather track on that south stuff. So what we're looking at here is helicity. This is the air coming into it, the circulation behind the systems. Some of that dry air, if you look, we got high circulation or helicity values on that Colorado Kit Carson stuff. It starts, so as that approaches the county or the state lines, this is 7 o'clock. Helicity is always kind of out ahead of the cells a little bit. So we're seeing that severe weather potential really high in them southern ones, not as high. So this is, picking up maybe some severe stuff as it's coming out of Fort Morgan to Haxton, Holyoke, kind of dies down a little bit when it hits Yuma County, the energy, and then picks up again as it tracks southeast across Kansas. This is really, really updated. This is coming down now, so it is kind of moving this thread a little further north, which would include Colby. Something that we got the watch boxes, which came out, kind of verifying this same type of track with the severe stuff. We'll look at another indice that we look at is our surface base CAPE energy. When we get over 1500 joules, this stuff is severe. The higher this number, the more severe. So this is right now what we're looking at as we speak, 4 o'clock data. Models are suggesting, again, it gets weaker as we're going forward. That's 22Z. It's that dry air is pushing down into it, and the severe threat is going south, dropping south. We're in Logan County now. We've seen these as high as 5,000 this year with some of our storms. This is 2,500, so severe weather is most likely when this gets above 1,500. You get back up here at 7, 8 o'clock, Rawlins County and Thomas, this one's showing not very good likelihood of severe weather, but rain. So I want to reiterate all that before we get started here, watching the radars and talking. This is why we made our forecast today. This is the kind of information we send out in our phone app and to people that call. You'll see the radio stations calling me. I'll be answering text messages from our personal clients, which most of them have already been updated. The radio stations and our Weather Valet customers saw this morning with this timing and this conversation. And actually, we started 2 days ago. If you talk with the folks out at Ludell, planning this, that we'd probably be dodging storms was the first discussion. Thought we'd get it done by 10, and then we've just been scooching up last couple of days based on this latest information. So again, we'll reiterate, this is new technology. We're going to have a live weather streaming channel coming by the 1st of August. That'll be debuted in Atwood. It'll conclude the 6 counties in our listening area, the radio station, and Atwood, and that'll be radar updates, live short videos we do, interviews with people, interviews and educational stuff, and our younger meteorologists will keep that updated, and our live team, which includes me for Kansas and 5 to 12 other of us that can fill in as we expand our services across the Midwest and the High Plains. We're going to start the live channel out here, particularly basing with the radio work we're doing, building out a farm network. We're going to go out, work with some agricultural specific data, which really excites me because that's what I've been doing all these years is learning the agricultural stuff when I was in college, doing the drought mitigation work and the climate when the first CDC Climate Prediction Center data was being released. They had that meeting at the High Plains Climate Center in Lincoln, Nebraska, and all the meteorologists from across the country, including Weather Service, AccuWeather, weather data in Wichita. We were all there, and we were very skeptical at first. And that was in 1990. we think I graduated in 95, 6. I was working in KC, so I was probably 90. I think it was 94, 93, 94 when Severe Storms Lab closed there in Kansas City, and they opened the climate centers. The High Plains Climate Center in Lincoln is climate data and drought mitigation is what I studied, and ag meteorology as my secondary major. So did a lot of work in this. No-till farming was just what we were trying to move towards then. Obviously, that's what we do today, so that we all know about that. That brings in some other things, but wind drift and things like that. That's what we're going to be focusing on, is some of those, and me in particular. Our severe weather team will handle the severe weather live, and we'll just keep growing. We want everybody to follow us. So, one, you can watch us here live on Facebook when we go on. To know when we go on, follow us on Facebook. America Weather Center in Kansas or Colorado, depends what side of the state you live in, or Nebraska. We do all three here. So we got meteorologists covering Denver, Cheyenne, and to the west. That's AJ. We got Kenny up in Omaha. We got Nick over in St. Louis, and we got Timmy up in Minnesota, and we got 3 or 4 guys up there in the Indianapolis area in Indiana. So we've got the Midwest covered well. We can cover the severe weather for everybody. And so severe weather will be myweathernow.com on YouTube, live streaming on the Facebook pages. Eventually we'll try to get the radio stations, get everybody hooked up and synced together as we move forward here. And we're all of Northwest Kansas has the same thing. But the communication piece is the most important. Weathervalet.com, get you registered, get you set up on your phone. Eventually all this will be shipped in there. But for now, you got to communicate with us. Let us know when you need the information so we can answer it right away. You're not waiting for it. And you get site-specific forecasts first thing every morning. If you tell us what you're doing on Sunday night, make sure the Monday morning forecast includes all of your work sites, all of your family plans, all of the school activities. Let us know. We get them on the calendar, and we'll keep you updated through the week. You can talk with Atwood Schools and some of the ones we've been piloting this with. It's very, very helpful in making decisions, in particular event planning and severe weather. We got lightning detection on our radar. If you're up there looking at our live radar now, you'll see these storms coming in. You'll see the warning boxes on them. We've got, it's got lightning. I know on my computer I got it set for 30 minutes because I implement the 30-30 rule with swimming pools. My sister's a pool manager here in Atwood, so we've been doing this for years in Atwood. This isn't new for us. So the city and pools been calling, schools over the years, and obviously me and Joe on the radio station. Me and Joe have been working together 23 years since I came back from Kansas City. Texted him. I go, you think this will fly out here? Talked with Aaron. We were doing the Sprint project in Kansas City. Now we got a tornado warning up in Fort Morgan, so or south and east of Fort Morgan. So I'm going to flip the radar on, go to that, see what we got going out there. That is that northern cell that we're watching. So we'll start the radar conversation. We did this model run piece. We didn't look at the surface data, but temperatures are in the 80s. Dew points are up. We're going from there. I've got to get my computer on real quick. My battery running low, light just came on. So I got to see what's going on here. I don't have power. Okay, that should have fixed that. That's a problem. I got a bad circuit in my, looks like my surge protector. Okay, we're back here. So let me get the radar up. I had to take a little step away there. So we will get our radar going. So here's our stuff coming out of Colorado. We'll take a look at this tornado warning, see what we got here. So we do have our first tornado warning. Oh, wrong. Sorry about that. And clicking stuff. And I am going to, radar is not running right. Okay. All right, let's get this sucker back up here. Okay. So we got this stuff, the cell coming out. Let's zoom in on it a little bit here, get a closer eye on what we got happening. So we got tornado warning on this little, probably some rotation right here. We'll run down our box first, see what we got going from the Weather Service. Radar indicated hail up to 3/4 of an inch. So this includes southeastern Morgan County, west central Washington County until 4:45 p.m. Mountain Time. At 4:20, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Woodrow, or 19 miles southeast of Fort Morgan, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Our hazard is a tornado. This is radar indicated rotation, so we'll take a quick peek at the velocity scans to see where that rotation and potential indication of that tornado could be on the ground. We don't have verification. That's pretty rural area. Probably no spotters out there. We do got the storm chasers out there for Radar Omega, so it'll come up pretty quick if they see something. We could look at one of their cameras and see what we got going with that cell. So that is the rundown of that. It's 4:45 p.m. Another 20 minutes. 3/4 inch hail and possible rotation. So let's take a peek at that, see what our rotation looks like. Our velocity scans here. So we're looking at this area kind of right in here where it's starting to, colors are starting to mix together, little circular movement to them. Could see a hook echo develop there on the radar, but that's what we're looking at. You zoom in on that where we're located. Again, here's Fort Morgan up to the north, brush. It's moving through these rural areas of those counties. Not a lot happened here. Here's 36 coming into Kansas. Now we got a warning that's popped up and warnings down ahead. So let's kind of get the timing on these warnings. 49 minutes. So we're going to be going until 5:15 Mountain, 6:15 our time, Central Time. This will include, this is a large watch. It's going to go until, like we said, 5:15. It's going to include northeastern Elbert County, eastern Arapahoe, central Washington, and north central Lincoln. At 4:26, a severe thunderstorm located on a line extending from 7 miles north of Akron to Deer Trail, or along a line extending 24 miles south of Sterling to 30 miles northwest of Lyman, moving south at 35 miles per hour. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That's the one we're talking about later this evening, actually affecting Rawlins County and what we're seeing here. We're going to keep an eye on that stuff. We'll run down that stuff to the south here in a little bit after we check out this tornado potentially in these rural areas. But again, The threat with this one is the um, uh, 60 mile an hour wind and the 3/4 inch hail. So the hail's not real big right now. It's 3/4 of an inch, or that's dollar size in that neighborhood. Big enough. Obviously, you're going to hurt crops and that with 60 mile an hour wind. But so that is going until 6:15 Central, 5:15 our time. If you look at another 50 minute miles out ahead of that, it'll be out here in Yuma County, South Array, somewhere there around 7:15 Central, 6:15 Mountain Time. So let's take a look at the tornado. I'll put her back on the warning. We got this on our scan. I thought there was a storm spotter out there. Oh, he's over here now. Going away from it. They all saw the data of the severe data that I was showing you, so they're kind of moving away from this one. We don't have anything close to look at. So anyway, tornado warning. We got rural areas out here. We do have a camera up here, but I doubt it's going to show us too much. Yeah. They're just. So tornado warning. These rural areas in Washington and Arapahoe County, I believe. It's coming out of Arapahoe into Washington here, or leaving Washington. And then we'll be looking at Yuma County. Let's go down here to the stuff on the interstate. This is what we got to watch a little bit more. I'm guessing this is going to, once it gets past Stratton, Siebert, it's going to go, start going towards Sharon Springs and Weskin. There's the polygon boxes tilted a little bit there, but we got this here. This is the large hail. So let's take a look at hail right here. We got south of Flagler. So we're out at Flagler. So if you're out on the interstate traveling, this is Flagler to Siebert out there in Colorado. It looks like it's south. That severe threat's already taken that angle. So this polygon box is starting to show that angle going that way. I'm going to text the station and let them know we're live. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm texting the guys at the radio station. We don't have them set up in the phone app yet, so they can't get it all at once. So oh crap. It's got my voice. And if you're on Facebook, we'll go ahead and mention that. So if you're watching, myweathernow.com obviously is where you can get on YouTube. Weather Valet, go in there so I can see if you guys are messaging us. And you can message on here as well. I'm not going to be quick because I'm kind of bouncing around here doing this, but I'll try to get a message out. On my Facebook page. So we're taking a look at this. So that hail, we're going to take a look at a hail indice because the talk is going to be hail. What we saw yesterday in the storms, you've seen the video damage at the radio station Facebook page. Joe got it in. We just talked about it. It was a friend of his. That was the worst hailstorm that particular person has ever seen. I'm guessing they're a little bit younger than me. I saw hailstorms like that back in the 80s when we were fishing one day coming back, and we were fishing at Norton with my grandfather and came back and everything was destroyed. The tree bark, I think that was 87 when all the trees got killed and that. So golf ball size hail was what the radar is indicating with this. So we'll go look at our radar to what they're talking about. So we'll change this to our vertical integrated liquid. So whenever it's gray, that's golf ball or higher. So we've got that gray area. It's right there on radar where you saw the purple. So it corresponds. So that's what we're going to watch for. If you're watching these radars with me tonight, that purple in the radar scans, that's 2-inch or higher hail. So we got the golf ball wording on this, or 1.75. My guess is as that gets stronger, we're going to be bumping that up. So it's golf ball size hail. We'll kind of watch the track here, get her in motion. So this is the one to watch when we're looking at the model data. That's going to, like I said, it's probably going to beeline here towards Sharon Springs. We'll see if anything fills back here to Goodland. But this stuff back here is what we're watching. There's an hour difference here. So, but that one's moving at, well, it was 55. Now it's 35. I think this was 25. It's probably now at 35 as well. I should have read it when we had it open. 15. These are slower. So they're going to catch up with each other. So this one's 15 miles an hour. Indication it's more severe. And when I was talking with the guys, that's what I was kind of expecting to happen was the stuff would slow up. They'd get the movie in. And now we got to watch some stuff out ahead here, but not thinking that right now. So again, this is what we got coming out of Colorado. It is 5:30 here Central Time. Not sure who's in the studio. I'll let Chad know. Okay, just sent Chad a message. We'll see what if they come calling in here. Not sure who's in the studio. I think they're all in Liddell. Forgot to ask them that question. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're letting us wait till it gets closer. I'm going to take a quick gander onto Facebook. If you want to, I guess I could put that up there if folks want to see our Facebook page. So, we got Facebook pages everywhere all across the country. Of course, I have the old Decision Weather Facebook page, but this is America Weather Stream in Kansas. You're going to see our live. So you just watch me here on Facebook. So this is our Facebook page. This is the live stream that's now going on with the radar. I have it on my TV here. at the house on the big screen so my poor eyes can see it better. I sometimes can't read it. And so I will send out notices. I'm going to share this with my personal friend group, hopefully, if I can figure out how to do it. I never know how to do this stuff. Share. I think it goes public. This is why I need help. I'm not very good at this stuff. We are live. Covering events across Northwest Kansas on KYDZ and NWKS Radio. Watch YouTube, myweathernow.com. Register to get local personal forecasts every morning. Site specific to your family and business plans. Severe weather updates live. weatherballet.com. So, sorry to spell it out. I'm going to make you watch. Again. Okay. So, we'll kill that. We don't need to be watching that. So, that was a Facebook post. We'll go back to the radar. Okay, so we'll get back on these storms. Moderate, we got our Facebook post out there. We'll hopefully see folks registering on Weather Valet. For now, just listen and watch because we'll be live and real time. So get back here on the radar. So what we got? Back rundown. If you guys are just coming for a while, we did a rundown of the model data and what's going to be happening here. We came on at 5 o'clock, so we've been a little after 5, so we've been on here for 40 minutes or so, or 30 minutes. I don't know if we're not now. We do have a tornado warning still in effect out here for 3 more minutes. That is radar indicated out there in Washington County. The severe thunderstorm watch here, the warning is now until 5:15 mountains, 6.1 and 1 inch, 3/4 inch hail, or 60 mile an hour wind gusts with it. It is going into some drier, less air This area could weaken and then pick up steam. The one, this cell here is the one we're on the Denver radar. Let's get off Denver. Not seeing that very good. So these purple areas we were talking about is the large hail. Now you got this southeast veering. Looks like we got some around Siebert. Let's take a look at this cloud. Looks like they're in rain. This is Brandon Kopech, chaserweather.net. So if you guys know Brandon, it's chaserwx.net. He's out there trying to position himself in case some severe weather pops up. But that looks like he's going to go down there. Check out this one. I mean, you can see this and look here. Starting to see a little hook. We'll take a look on that, see what that's doing. Put it into rotation. That's where he's heading. Let's watch that. Let's go in on this velocity scan here. It's right here. But we're going to keep this up. If that don't turn into a tornado warning. So we're going to just sit on that for a while. We'll watch these scans. So what you're looking at here on my radar is what we call the high resolution velocity scan. That is going to show you the winds changing direction within this thunderstorm cell. You got to have rotation, obviously, when the tornado is spinning. So we're starting to see these colors mix. We'll see what that does, if that actually forms into something. Right now, the Weather Service radar hasn't triggered that yet. We're kind of far out. It's not too far out. It's in the middle somewhere. So we're getting a pretty decent look at this. Again, this is the wind within the thunderstorm. These we're back to the site telling it ding ding, it's changing directions, and these colors are popping up, and what we're looking at. So got the stuff to the north. This is the cell. Again, if you're out in Ludell watching this, not worried about that. This is what we're watching. Still thinking it's gonna take this course tonight, later tonight. We're popping on here. I don't even know. Tom, are you watching? My buddy in Kansas City just sent a message. Says we're liking this video. Old Tunner. Tunner's been out here hunting several times, partying a little bit. Oh, there you go. Tornado warning. Just like we thought. So that cell did pop a tornado. Let's see what we got. Radar indicated, like we thought. National Weather Service in Goodland has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Kit Carson County in east central Colorado until 5:15 Mountain Time. 4:45, a severe thunderstorm producing a tornado is located 11 miles south of Flagler, moving southeast at 10 miles per hour. So it's slow moving. If you're in this path of the storm, please take cover. We don't have until one of those guys catch up with it and verify if there is one. Right now, to show you that he was coming off 70, beeline and down there. They're looking at the same thing in those cars. So we're with the Radar Omega platform. Possibly tornadic thunderstorm will remain over rural areas of southwestern Kit Carson County. Don't have any towns in the path of it. So if you're a farmer, rancher out there, we know what's out there. Lots of pasture. So cow, I guess you're a cow. Take the cow, or obviously if you're a rancher. So that's the area we're looking at. I'll put the radar scan on and see what he's got going here. He's still driving, trying to position himself into that cell. Starting to see it here. Here we go. So he gets closer to it. He's probably looking south now out of his car, or southwest, I guess, actually. I'll let him get positioned better. But so that's this vehicle here. Let's get the regular radar on. You've seen the velocity. So here we are. We were talking about the hook developing. You can clearly see it now. This is very rural. Here we're southwest of Siebert. This is Kit Carson County. Oh, here's the border right here. So that's a tornado warning. 5:15. If you're a cow or a rancher out there, get out of the way. Cows are probably already smart enough not to be there. We got another spotter behind it, but another cell down there. If you're a Colorado viewer, got a few of you out there in the Cheyenne Wells area, heading towards Cheyenne Wells. Take cover, or not take cover, but be prepared. You're in the watch that does have potential tornadic activity. Get your weather radio, cell phone on to us, America Weather Streaming Channel, myweathernow.com, weathervalet.com. Have two sources. Lowest level, be at your house, get the cars parked. There's lots of hail in this. You all know the drill. You've been hearing it your whole life. Young person, young kid, tell mom, dad, get home, text them, call them. Cheyenne Wells, would be the biggest community out there in this path. Well, I mean, it's a ways away, but we'll keep our eyes there. That's a radar indicated tornado. There's no indication why this not continue. At least radar indicated. There's no reason for it to weaken. We'll watch this one back to the southwest. And that one could be the stronger one. But right now, let's just watch that one. I know it might get old. I'll bounce back and forth, but we'll get a car on that one. Our Storm Chaser, I don't know if any of you had a chance to watch this yet. We have a lot of I don't like storm chasing. I never have. I thought it was crazy. And my buddies in college would all go load up and grab beer and go chase them. I watched them from the apartment complex looking west in Lincoln. So there's a lot of them at that time around York, and it just seemed like up there York and Grand Island. Grand Island always gets hit. The 70s tornadoes, it's famous tornadoes. I had an uncle and aunt that lived there those days. Can't remember working at is it Heston or one of the balers were built back then. I think that's what it was. So we got a severe line of thunderstorms now moving into Otis, up there on highways 34, head into Yuma. That's what we're watching for the county or the state line. This warning is in place, and I think it's 5:15 as well. Yeah, 24 minutes. So we got the tornado warning, radar indicated, and some more stuff. I guess we can talk about last night. Last night was some more scattered. We had the one cell started up in Nebraska, Hayes Center, Stratton, Trenton area. Got some tennis ball size hail there at the lake or east of the lake, more towards Trenton. That kind of took off to the south. And when we're talking lake, if you're not familiar, that's Swanson Reservoir. That's the closest reservoir to Atwood. Norton Norton's on the Kansas side to our east. So we got the lakes today, obviously. Got plenty of time here this evening, probably till sunsets. This stuff will be moving in to those areas after sunset. Maybe Swanson earlier. We got Enders. Enders is out here for those of you that are not viewing. Tom from Kansas City. Enders sits right here. That's a recreational spot. Swanson right here, west of Trenton. Norton Reservoir right here. This is the west end where the road jogs, so it sets to the south and west of Norton. That's where we go for fishing, camping, recreational activities out here. You're fine. Just talking about weather later this evening. Immediately our Colorado crew could go. I don't know if they've got camera. Probably got pictures out there at Ludell. Let's see if we do. That'd be fun. So again, radar is going to stay up here. I may not be narrating it. I might be jibber jabbering about other stuff. Somebody might text me. Joe might probably call me, but we'll keep an eye on that. I got my friend Jeff Reiner watching down in and who else is watching here? Kansas Storm Chasers looking at their stuff. Let me get to the radio station. See if they got. I don't know what's easier, my phone or the computer. I'm illiterate on this stuff. I gotta get my mic set up so you can hear me better. I keep working. I didn't charge it long enough, and then it was dead, and I needed to find me a phone charger station. Or microphone charging station. Oh, heck, he's right in front. He's in a good spot now. There we go. Got a tornado. This will be this is the rural areas out there in Colorado. I'm going to put it on my big screen so I can see what it looks like. So if you've been watching or listening here, we called this before it triggered. We were watching it form. The storm spotter track high-teched it off I-70 and went down there. He's in a really good position right now. We'll keep this up in our, if I can remember how to do this. All right, so I'm watching here live. I'm in slow motion. Okay, so we got that up there. That you're going to see a possible tornado. If you look on our radar here, we got the chaser out in front of it. We did a great rundown. If you rewind the video a little bit, we were watching the radars and kind of calling this thing to trigger. It did. It's probably towards the end of its box, so we'll see. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, you're watching me not know what I'm doing real quick. So this is this cell. We got a camera out there on it. I don't know. I guess I could turn his audio on. Sounds like he's got a little guy in there with it. I don't know if I'd be doing that, but Again, these guys are a little bit crazy.
But it's going crazy, Dad.
I really don't want to.
What happens with them?
So it looked, saw a little bit of funnel action there for a second. Right now, not it's like it didn't touch ground, but we're watching back here. See what we got going there. So our listeners on Facebook, YouTube channel, My Weather Now, that's where we are. We're out here in Colorado. Tornado warning did get extended to go out here. Let's see if it's observed. Still radar indicated, golf ball size hail. So no reports have come in. So it has not officially reached the ground, and we're watching it. So we'll see if it does here. We're in a good position with. I'll get. I think I was Copit. No. I got to get which spotter that is. But 4:58 p.m. a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 16 miles southeast of Seabird, moving southeast at 15. Again, this is rural. There's no towns. We'll watch for Cheyenne Wells, but this one does. They bumped the hail up from smaller. Now it's golf ball. So golf ball, hail, tornado, and what was the other thing I was looking at? Oh, the end time. I've been sitting here talking. We can figure that out by closing it. So 32 minutes. We're looking at 6:30 Central, 5:30 out there in Colorado. So this picture up in the top left is this cell. He's zooming in. You see the rain shaft, downdraft in it. We'll be watching that spot right there. You got your wall cloud out ahead of it, seeing the rotation or circulation here. So keep your eyes on that. We'll just kind of do that. Don't really get positioned better than that. Again, Ludell School, with the thing going on in Ludell, we've been communicating with them all. Well, not directly with Ludell, but I know Misty and Jeff well because they're on our school weather valet, or Jeff is anyway. He's the principal of our high school. Again, if you haven't followed what's going on here in Atwood, exactly a year ago on the 7th, we had a fire that burned our high school. So we spent the whole school year in transition. First, we did use the church in our grade school for all the students. So it's roughly a little over 300, I don't know, 25 students. Not sure what the official enrollment count is. We're all shoved into a church just across the street from right here where I'm doing this audio. And then had an amazing year, actually. Those students were resilient. They did well. I saw, I don't know what the total scholarships, probably over 40, 50,000 in local scholarships were awarded to those students. It's a pretty small class, 20 some, probably 25. Sports teams did great. Football team went all to the sectionals. Basketball team went to the tournament. Girls basketball, volleyball, track, all just great students. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off subject here, but again, that we use it for planning. Obviously, snow, track season, storms. We had to remove track practice timing, delay events, cancel events, you name it. So this is that tornado warning out in Colorado. We're looking into the cell. We'll get back out a little bit. See we've got, now we're to the west of Ray with a warning. It's been extended. So this is an hour till 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 Central. Got a little bit of rain popping up there in Banquelin, so we need to probably zoom in kind of watch that for Ludell. All right, now we got to be a little bit more sensitive here to this. I just went out and looked. There does look like there's some uh, rain up on the state line here. Um, so those out there in Ludell, we need to probably, don't know how sensitive they are to a little bit of rain. It's going to be scattered. Probably got a little wind gust here. Um, don't know. Again, our image up on the screen is the um, tornado warning out there in Colorado. Watching that, that's moving through rural areas of Kit Carson County. Obviously, be watching for Cheyenne Wells on that one. So if you're out there listening to Cheyenne Wells, take cover. I think the local thing we're watching here is this stuff to the west of Atwood. We do have the movie just starting there in Ludell. I'm not able to reach Okay, I don't know if you heard, I had to mute there, but we were talking out in Ludell. This scattered stuff is kind of moving in. They're going to keep going with the movie. They're starting it. They can handle scattered. We got to watch for lightning strikes, that kind of thing. But we'll go from there. Um, get this. Again, don't worry about the stuff on the for local. That is a tornado warning out in Colorado. We got a storm chaser. They're trying to watch that one. It's radar indicated, but you see the wall cloud and the area in the storm with the circulation. That will definitely need to be watched. So they're thinking as that stuff gets stronger, he's going to lose signal out there. There's nothing, but he gets closer to, yeah, he's going west, so he needs to go closer to Cheyenne Wells, or we're going to lose him. There we go. I don't know what direction he's going. But anyway, watching this stuff out here, Ludell, right here, Atwood, doesn't look like it's, I mean, I'm dodging outside. I'm not sure if it's this is obviously going to be rain. Let me pop up a better actual radar up here. This one's going to be real sensitive, this radar. Yeah, we're showing some showers. Got some showers. If we see any rumbles of thunder, it'll be this area here, it looks like. Kind of breaking and scattered. That stuff was closer. That stuff out in Colorado, it sucked this a little bit and stop it. So the plan out there at the movie in Ludell is we're just going. They have to stop it. They'll stop it, take a break, and try to get it in before this stuff gets here later tonight. So we'll watch this scattered shot. So in particular, those of you that have never seen a consultant meteorologist, what we do is this is what we do. We watch the weather for people that have stuff going on. Again, unfortunate, this shower popped up. I got two different. If you're watching our live feed, my radar is set a little different, so I can pick on some ground clutter. I like this one because I can see my winds where they're at and kind of the level of them out ahead. Or you can't see them. Right? I know what I'm looking at. So, but then you got the radar that we're running on our second live stream. If you go on Facebook or YouTube, has the radar or the lightning detection much more visible, and where the actual light showers are. Right now, those light showers are in this area. McDonald, north of McDonald, moving into McDonald. Gary might be where he's got a little rumble. No lightning has been detected yet. So that's what we're mostly watching for, is something heavy with lightning where they would have to stop. Right now, they're just going to play through it. I wasn't sure how the screen equipment was protected from rain, but obviously they've done these across the country. So what they have going on out there in Ludell is a fundraiser for the local school. Sorry, I'm watching the video of the. It's like, oh, is that thing got a puddle coming out of it? That's not. Let's just keep watching it. It's kind of cool. So again, if you're popping on, that's not here. That's the stuff down in Colorado that has a tornado warning on it. Rural Kit Carson County. I'm not sure if they're going to extend it. They should. We can go look at it later. We were calling that one. Watching the scattered stuff moving into Atwood, I'll probably dip back away. If you see me leaving, that's what I'm doing. I'm just running out the door to actually see what it looks like to the west. Once we get our live channel up, we'll have a camera here in Atwood and one in Colby, so we can watch this stuff like this, so we can put it up on ours, and you'll have them on your cell phone and everything. So again, we want to get people registered to weathervalet.com. That's how we can manage what we do as meteorologists. We can communicate with you. If I'm not able to answer the message, somebody will see it. I could be doing other things. Those of you that know me, I'm a little challenged when it comes to multitasking. Not mentally, but physically, I have limitations on that. I'm pretty athletic, so I can do a lot with the limitations, but sometimes I'll need help with the social media and the messaging back and forth. If I'm doing the live stream by myself, like I am right now, we had this really well forecasted, so I think everybody knows it's coming and have already made their plans. They're always probably at the lake. So again, I guess if you're at the lake, here you go. Got some showers moving in. The lake is between these two communities, Stratton and Trenton, Swanson Reservoir. I was waiting to see this gets to Atwood, see if we got any rain. Probably don't. We're probably looking at this batch back there, and it's going to fill in. So I wish it just gets zapped. Dry air is over here, so this is moisture, so odds are it probably won't. But when this comes in, we'll see what happens. It's not filling right now, so this is taking all the energy behind it. So, and that's going southeast like it should. Again, movie at Ludell. That's what I was talking about. Got a school building there, a real old school building. It's kind of the community building. It's where there's a lot of famous soft pitch softball battles back in the day. Ludell had a great team. Wood had a great team back in those days. You had Larky Snodgrass, Herb Hayden, and Delmer Green, and all those guys were playing ball. And then you get into a newer generation of ball players. In the 70s, there's some really good Ludell teams, the Fokies. It's my friend Jeff in Garden City saying he's spreading the word live. So, again, here I gotta take a break, answer this call. Sorry, that was a personal call, doing a personal forecast. But anyway, we're live streaming this Ludell School project. So there's a community building. It's talking about the softball and baseball days. That's what I think most people remember, the Ludell School and the ball diamond there. But they're renovating that to make it a community building for the community. The fundraiser, Atwood Rotary auction fundraiser, raised $10,000. We raised $20,000 for community projects. We chose to give, actually we raised $24,000, but we keep money in our account for requests from smaller individuals. We give a lot of scholarships. We got $2,000 in scholarships to 4 students that are renewable every year. We do, send kids on trips for art. I know we sent a girl to New York for an art trip, or helped. I mean, we're not the only organization. Several organizations work together. But $10,000 went to the Herndon or the Ludell School, and the $10,000 went to the dental clinic. So looks like we're going to put our wind on here. So I'm watching another radar. Yeah, I got two. I got the 2 feeds are going both here. So if you're following us on Facebook, you'll see 2 feeds up. Me live with my radar, and then there's another radar that really extended that area. So you're looking at that radar, other one. We got this box circled where the severe weather potential is. So the call from Ludell wanted to know, where this severe line was going, when it was going to arrive, and again, we got that warning on that front line at 6:15, so that's 7:15 our time. Thinking it'll be to the state line at 9:15 or 8:15, and then heading towards Colby, Goodland, in those time frames. So that warning or that watch box is until 8 Central. So everything looks per par. One thing I got to watch is these showers. The Ludell School, the call was, the movie's going now. It's probably, when the showers hit there, they'd probably be an intermission. Maybe we could take a popcorn break. These guys know what they're doing. I know Joel's simulcasting live on the radio. So we got her going. I don't know where Joe's at. He'll call in here. I like to do the radio live because that's how y'all know me. It's radio. I'm not used to being the face, so we'll keep keep my face out there. You'll see the advertising that's going around, business cards. You can go, we got business cards at the radio station. Go into the radio station in Colby, get a tour. Pretty cool what they're going to do with that old building when it becomes the farm network for the area. KXXX will be a regional station, uh, uh, farm network dedicated, connecting with their sister K Farm out of Clay Center in Salina. That'll be really cool. Uh, Being able to expand our ag capabilities. So we do got this scattered stuff coming in. I'm going to take a break to go look at it, see what we got going, and then I will pop right back up on here. So bear with me a second here. I'll get a water break and check out to see what that looks like. Our other radar up there's got the severe box circled where that line out of Colorado is most likely to track, and we'll go from there. I'm looking at wind and lightning with this stuff that's moving through now. Um, I am back. Just want to take a look at this stuff. Moving into obviously the Atwood area. It's pretty scattered. I think I could have built a dab here. You can see this up to the north. There is probably some rain in this, a little bit here. It's really, really scattered. I'm kind of waiting to. It's calm out there. You can hear people doing stuff around town as far as the winds go. So not seeing any wind threat in this. There could be some sprinkles. We'll watch the stuff, but we'll call out there to the nothing to. We're watching for lightning and heavy rain. None of that right now. So my end of thinking is this batch will move through here. It'll actually stabilize this. So if you're looking at our other radar on the other thing, you're seeing the severe threat box of this stuff coming out of Colorado is basically it does have Ray in it. It does include not Benkelman and not Atwood. So it's running just like this to north of Colby, north of Oakley, and pretty much from Hayes. So Ray to Hoxie is what we're looking at. South and east of Ray to Hoxie, this severe stuff coming out of Colorado. Atwood, Liddell, Oberlin, some scattered stuff here out front. Heavier rain back behind later tonight. Non-severe, half-inch of rainfall. You get south and east of that line, 1 inch maybe down here, southwest parts of the county, Cheyenne County, 1, 2, this stuff, maybe 1, 2. This is the stuff. Oh, I'm pointing with my finger, sorry. This is the stuff here, and this stuff's moving really slow. Tornado warning is gone. So you're seeing that cloud up in the corner. We were watching that for a tornado. It's still got a shelf on it, so we'll keep watching that one. Yeah, that's what we said. The south one might suck it. And it did. So we got a tornado warning on this south one. So that one took the energy, but this one could redevelop. So we'll watch that stuff in Colorado. Let me do a quickie on this. So he's I suppose the spotters can't decide where to go now. He's trying to go to this one. So that tornado warning is for 45 minutes. So we're looking at 6:15 Mountain, 7:15 Central. Church radar indicated 2.5 inch size hail. So we're up to tennis ball now. So if you've seen this thing evolve from the Flagler area, as it's got in, we went from dollar or 3/4 to golf ball, not a tennis ball. This is exactly what we saw yesterday with the storm complexes. They went from Trenton. There's 3 areas. We had the Trenton stuff kind of went through northern Decatur County. Then you had the stuff that developed around Jennings and Dresden. That took off down there through that area. And then some southeast Rollins County stuff went through Hoxie, and eventually became a tornado warning there in the southeastern Sheridan and southwestern Graham County last night. So this is the same evolution we're seeing out here with these mesocomplex. This will probably turn into one great big cluster as it moves into Kansas. So that if you're in Scott City, Oakley, Tribune, Sharon Springs, Leota, that's where we got to worry tonight. So in the Northwest Kansas radio listening area, this south one is the one to be concerned of. Goodland, Colby, the north one will have severe weather with it. Probably not as when it comes to great big hail, this one. Atmosphere is going to be a little bit more stable up to the north. Let's kind of go back to where I'm at here. I'm more just concerned to see the ideal thing for what's happening for us locally is this crap right here just falls apart. Heavier stuff goes out. Right now it's out at Lee and Pam's, Beardsley. Probably getting a little sprinkle. That is a Weather Valley, one of my very, very first customers on everything. Actually, me and Joe and Aaron, my brother, we in 2001 or two, when I moved back in 2001, we were trying to see this exact same concept, phone messaging, calling each other about the weather would work out here. I don't know why it keeps leaving that cell, but there's two down there. So those of you that have traveled out there in Kit Carson County, that's exactly what it looks like. Lots of cows, and grass, grazing land. You'll see some crops. It's dry land, but mostly sandy soil. So what he's doing there, he's moving, bouncing back. If you're watching our video feed, oh good, if you're watching the other radar, we got Goodland facing west. If you're watching our other live feed, Michael just put up watching the stuff out to the west. Kind of can see this scattered line. Sorry, here I'm watching two videos, one picture, two radars. Cell phone's quiet, amazingly. Guess we're doing a good job on the live feed. They don't need the. That's kind of what I thought this would do. If we did this live feed really, really well, and I like to talk, and when I get talking, I can talk. It's kind of like running track. I can't start very well, but once I get going, it's not a problem. My hand will start waving around. And I get off the subject all the time. And me and Timmy aren't going to be good together because we both do that and talk about everything else but weather. So back to Ludell, back to the tornado, back to this. So we got a video from Goodland, Weather Service office, it looks like to me, maybe. No, where is that? West of Goodland. Should know. That's pretty tall. It's one of something. I'll have to ask Michael what we got going there. So we're giving you on one feed what our live channel kind of will start. We'll have a radar going, have cameras, we'll have a scroll. I don't see the scroll going now. Time and temperature. Michael, you're listening to me. I saw what you showed me as far as what temp map would look like, and that it's looking. I like it. We're going there. It's going to be so cool. It's going to debut on Atwood Cable. Plug the Dunker family. They were one of the first subscribers. We got the Mesonet camera that they have. That the Ludell camera. Mesonet is on their property looking to the west. Hopefully that's what we'll have up for Atwood. We're in a hole, so we don't really have a good view to the west. But north of town, you got a perfect view. You can see Surefire Ag probably from that camera. I talked with Dietrich Gastons. He could probably get us some equipment and stuff, weather equipment. He's chesting out of their farm. Just all kinds of things. Okay, my brain can't keep all the conversations I had straight. But again, we're watching this stuff coming in. It's going to work out. Looks like. We'll see. Atwood get a little shower. Maybe Ludell will be in between it. I don't know. So the shower, west of town, here comes Joe. Hey, Joe. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, there was a tornado warning. It looks like it popped on that south cell. Took it to the south. Yeah,
What's that?
it's further south, to the
Yeah.
south and west of Cheyenne Wells.
Yeah,
Uh,
down there.
Las Animas, Eads. It's got Eads in it.
Yeah.
But that one by Cheyenne Wells had one on it. We'll watch that. That it looks like it's got a little hook on it still.
Oh, okay.
We got a camera up on our live radar down there, watching that while I'm talking about the stuff here local.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, that's cool doing that at the same time. So,
Okay.
and then we got on the other radar. So we're running two radars on the live. One we got a picture looking west from Goodland. I can't quite tell what that is, but we're kind of giving a sample of what this could look like, when we get a live channel going.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
So, and I guess Joel's broadcasting from Udell. Well, I'll talk about that on the radio.
They're doing what with Joe?
They're going.
They got her going. Good.
Yeah, they're going to go. They can take a delay if the shower west of town gets in there.
Right.
Looks like it's raining. Did your dad say it's raining?
I haven't talked to him. I'm not sure.
It looks like a little shower just went through there.
Okay. I haven't been on the phone. So I'm not sure. Well, we just got a world review of what's going on here. So. You ready, Chris?
I'm ready.
Good Saturday evening. This is 106.1 KYBC back on the phone. If you want to be shopping in the city weather now, as well as the various weather streaming channel, Chris is severe weather show in Washington continues for portions of the plains until 8 o'clock Central Time. Portions of eastern and southeastern Colorado are going to slam tonight. And as we look at everything on radar, what do you see?
Well, Joe, just watching our radar scan here, we've got several things going on. We're kind of watching three locations, like you said, at the same time. We've got two lines of severe weather out in Colorado, which we call mesocomplex of scales developing storm systems. One is now in that southeastern parts of the state, Kit Carson County, Kiowa County, Cheyenne County, Cheyenne Wells, Eads. That is the stronger of the activity. There's another line that extends from Eckley, Yuma area to the west of Ray, now moving into north and west of Kirk, and then heading towards Flagler, Siebert, and Vona with a warning until 6:15 Mountain, 7:15 our time out there in Colorado. Stuff to the north has 1-inch hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds. Did have a tornado warning at one point. Now we're that shift into that south area where we've got up to now. They went from dollar size hail, 50-cent piece hail, now to the tennis ball size hail, and a tornado warning down there in Eads. So that stuff in that area is still 7:15 Central, 6:15 as well. This stuff will be getting to the state line, and then another hour after that. So around 8:15, we'll be looking at severe weather coming into the immediate listening area, which includes that watch box that has Dundee County, Cheyenne County, Sherman County, Wallace County, Logan County, and Thomas County until 8 p.m. Central Time. So the timing is there. That looks right. The severe weather box or the heavy rain does include Ray, Colby, Oakley, Goodland. Does not include Atwood or Oberlin. And that's kind of the 1-inch plus line. So that clips the southwest parts of the county. Not expecting really much hail or wind in that area. The atmosphere is kind of destabilizing, so it would be small if not. And then you get further southeast, south of I-70, particularly Sharon Springs, Tribune, Leota, Scott City, southern Logan County. That is where that really most of that weather will be. Baseball size hail, wind gusts 70, 90 miles an hour, and the 2 and 3 inch type rainfall. So that is kind of the setup coming at us. More immediate, we've got showers here out ahead of this in Rollins County. There's a shower that's kind of went from McDonald down 36 now to the curve west of Atwood. We've got a little bit of more activity that is to the north of Ludell now, crossing 25. Ludell amazingly is in a hole. We'll keep watching that. I think this rain shower will hold together as it moves through Atwood. I quickly went out there, but it'll be a quick rain shower. It's kind of not real organized atmosphere out ahead of it with all this stuff in Colorado sucking energy out. So we got some scattered shower activity in the southern half of the county. Ludell northward looks like a little bit of a shower, probably misses. The call that I had out there is if they have to stop for lightning or anything. We haven't had any lightning strikes. We've got a few that just popped up in a cell that is on the Thomas Rawlins County line. Down there where lightning indicator showing just north of the Rawlins County line, right on the Sherman Thomas Rawlins County line. So that is, a good, it's about 25, 30 miles away. So that's something we might mention to Ludell, do the 30-30 rule, but that's moving away as well. So that shower with a little bit of lightning, rumble of thunder is now crossing into northern Thomas County between Brewster and Colby. So we'll be watching that. Maybe a rain shower going through Atwood here in the next 5-10 minutes. But that's all that's out ahead of it. Destabilize, more. What that rain will do out ahead of it is it will stabilize it more. And then the severe weather coming out of Colorado more than likely isn't going to be severe for Rawlins County. We might pick up a quarter, a half inch of rain here in Atwood and Ludell. But that'll be the, you get down there in that corner of the county, southwest corner, closer to Goodland, maybe a half inch, lucky an inch. And then the severe weather is still going to be in a southeastward track. That's what we're thinking.
So once again, meteorologist Sean, we can see one of that as well as America's Weather Tribute Channel. Stay tuned as Lawrence Marshall in the area remain under severe weather short watch until 8 o'clock this evening. If anything pops up local, we'll keep you updated. For Sean, the company show is starting on KYBZ. All right, thank you, sir.
All right, Joe, have a good one. So we're back here on our live stream. This is what I keep talking about this radio live streaming thing. We can do this radio. You can hear it watching, we're looking at the same stuff when I do that. You'll see my hand waving around. When I have my mouse, I can point things out on the live stream. When my fingers going, I'm telling Joe where it's at. And pun, if you know me and Joe. We say and talk things that we can't necessarily do, but we do it with everything in our lives. So now, if you're looking at the video, I'm trying to see this car is now in between those two cells, north of the tornado, south of the severe storms to the northwest of Cheyenne Wells. He is in intersection of 40 and 20 and 40 and 287, sorry. I can't remember the name of the town. Oh, Kit Carson. So he's in Kit Carson, Colorado right now. We're watching that. That's the cell to the south. So he's on 287, it looks like, up there. That's the one that's got the tornado warning on it. He's going towards it now. He's about 10 miles north of it. If you're watching, I guess on our 10 miles to the north, and he's looking north and looking south and west. This thing really is. There's got to be a tornado on that. Actually, say it's still radar indicated. But if you're watching the radar, I'm going to put the velocity scan on that one out there in Colorado, so we can see what the rotation really looks like. I got weird colors on my. Oh, but it's at the end of the radar. Actually, I'm on the Denver radar. Let me switch radars. That would probably help. No, it's way out there. Who knows what radar? What's it? This one. I'm going to go to Goodland. There we go. A little better. Thought those colors were looking really weird. So it's not a lot of rotation, but we'll watch. Right here is what they're talking about. This area, that west they call it polygon box. You can see where the camera's looking. So let's just keep an eye on that in the camera and watch this as this rotation area develops. Let's see if that turns into a hook. Let's see if that drops a tornado out. Um, so if you're in Eads, take cover now. This cell, it'll be there. See what they got for the timing on Eads. I'll run it down for you. We're tornado warning until 6:15 Mountain Time for north central Kiowa County at 5:43. So, uh, so 7 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 10 miles northwest of Eads or 34 miles southwest of Cheyenne Wells, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. So that's going to put it there in Eads pretty shortly. So if you're in Eads, take cover now. We got a tornado warning, and that cell is moving towards you in 10 miles to the northeast. It's moving at, I think this is a slow mover. These are moving slow. 20 miles per hour. So 30 minutes, it will be in Eads. 20-mile-an-hour movement, 10 miles away. Into that warning box, or the warning time frame on that. So Eads, you're watching it on the video. Any Eads, turn on the American Weather Streaming channel. We should be live streaming on the Colorado Facebook page. Sorry, we're not. Check out Kansas. We might be. I don't know. Michael hears me. He might fix that real quick. I always forget about Colorado, but get the Creighton boys. Maybe we can get some radio out there. And we'll have it covered. What did I click? Oh, darn it. I need a tutor on this. Okay, all right. So again, we were watching the velocity on that. We'll keep an eye on this cell. You can see it up there. We got tornado warning. Eads, Colorado, um, 20 minutes away. Take cover. Uh, tornado warning. Let's go back up to Can. See if it's raining here. I'm going to take a quick dark dot outside. See if this shower is actually hitting the ground. So we're in Atwood. This will be moving through here as we speak. I'm going to go see what it's doing. So I will pause my video. Okay, it is sprinkling. Just a few sprinkles. Looks like we'll have a shower. It is looking heavier to the south. Um, you can hear rumbles of thunder coming from this stuff in southwest. You can hear it distantly as this is going through. This cell right on the county line is not. That was they on my radar. That's within the last 30 minutes. So we're not picking anything up right now, but I can hear the rumbles, so we know it very, very faintly hear them. Distance-wise from Rudell, so we're 10 diagonally across the county, it's probably 20, right at 30 miles. I'm not gonna panic on that. But that's what we're watching for. I mean, if you work for a school, swimming pool, your family or member does, this is what we do. We watch this. We can watch this for the swimming pools. Surprised my sister hasn't called me. She probably hears that rumble thunder, but she watches this, so she knows weather about as good as I do. Not true, but kind of. She's listened to me do this so many times. I like that storm though down there in Colorado. Big rain, but if there's anything in there, I don't think there's anything in it yet. But when he gets closer, we'll look at a scan of that. So that's a tornado warning area down there towards in Cottonwood County, Colorado. Now we got the warning box in the Colorado stuff. You see that they're looking. They don't think it's going to track. It might clip Goodland, but right now it's going to have Kenneredo's not in it. We got inch. The hail is getting bigger, so we went from dollar size now to inch 75, and particularly that stuff that's to the west of Kirk, southwest of Kirk, on the Kit Carson County line. Again, that will be heading towards Bethune and Burlington in this watch box in an hour. So we'll be looking at 8 o'clock Central and 7 Mountain. So that warning now includes northwestern or western Kit Carson, a little bit of Yuma County, and Cheyenne County, Colorado. So 60 mile an hour wind, inch and a quarter hail. We'll be moving into Siebert, Vona in the next 10 minutes, Stratton, Bethune in the next 20, 30 minutes, Burlington in an hour, or 45 minutes to an hour. So that gives us our first idea where the severe weather track and that stuff out of Colorado is. Back to Rollins County, Ludell. There's the lightning thunder I just heard as we're talking about it. So when I was outside 5 minutes ago, I heard a little rumble of thunder. It's very faint in the distance, but there's that lightning strike from that rumble of thunder I just heard. These showers are moving through fast, so I'm not even gonna shut my camera off. I'm gonna look out the door to see how wet it got. What they're doing. Just dots on the pavement. So as that moved through Atwood, just dots on the pavement. It's lighter in Ludell. I don't think we're going to have any problem. Once this is passed, it's moving fast. That's cool. Cool. But they might get a sprinkle. That's the same as what they're at. We had sprinkles. Anyway, that's back in Colorado. We got this warning now. I just kind of ran that down. I didn't even pull it up. You heard me. It's a weather service warning. Talked a little bit about the weather service yesterday. Again, Jesse Lundquist is the warning coordinator there. Was an intern of mine. I don't remember the years, but before he went to he was trying to decide whether to go to KU to weather school or K-State to be an engineer, I think, at the time. So he interned with me that summer. We were doing consulting, so I basically told him my philosophy on consulting, and I don't like percentages. Confuses everybody. It's either going to hit or miss, and I'm going to tell you at time. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll tell you when I don't think I'm right anymore. so that's how we forecast for consulting. We'll start 5 days out. Tell you when we think it's going to. If it changes within 5 days away, I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to stay with it. I don't drop my forecast. I'm stubborn. If all of you've known me, I come from a family of athletes. Kind of think we're right, bullheaded a lot. So it's kind of how I forecast. Pretty aggressive with it. Pretty confident. Sometimes I can't talk the technical terms like I used to when I was a college student. I remember them. I know what I'm looking at. There's new models, new indices. I let Timmy and them guys do that. But I understand it. I know I can see it. I look at it. I do go real quick. Just listen to them. I learn, and you guys can learn too. We got all your weather chasers, storm chasers. Andrew, if you're watching, get on board. Storm chase for us. You're always out there taking pictures. That's my brother-in-law, Andrew Amelia, talking about. Oh, look at the lightning out there in Colorado. That's cool. Watch lightning out there on that camera. So I guess if you're in Ludell, the radio station ain't calling me, so there should be sprinkles in Ludell for the next whatever it was here. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Little rain on the Sapa Creek. County little rain shower costing $25. Going to Colby. Through the hill, after the hills in Atwood, before you get to Colby at the airport. Another little cell north of Brewster. Little rain shower. That one's a little stronger. I see on the radar up here it's might have had a lightning strike. One by Goodland. South of Goodland, sorry. So that cluster south of Goodland got it. Oh, you can see them on my radar. You can see those lightning strikes. Goodland swimming pool. Be excited to be working with Goodland again, Curtis. Curtis is a weatherman. He knows the weather. Been there a long time. That's Curtis Duncan in there in Goodland. You all know him. Morning voice. KLOE Goodland. If you guys are as old as me, when I was a little boy, Weatherman Bowman. K. Amelia's morning show. Weatherman Bowman. Goodland, Kansas. Hello, Goodland, Kansas. That was my favorite meteorologist growing up. I do have friends that even call me that. A couple of them every time I see them. Got Weatherman Schneider and Colby. KXXX folks. I think they built that crow's nest, that weather vane, for him, as what we were talking about down there at the station the other day. Got my first tour of it since I was a kid. Toured it lots of times as a kid on field trips. It felt different. I got to see all the records from the vault. I got to see Paul's stickers in the Bebop office. All the concerts. I remember many of them as a kid. We were talking about Miami Sound Machine, and I got my shoes stuck in the mud. She didn't know, Gloria Estefan didn't know she was going to come out or not because the rain rained so hard. They had those new grandstands up at the time. Started concerts there outside. That lightning's cool. So I'm looking back in Colorado. If you're watching our radars, you can zoom out a little bit. Watching this stuff here locally. Um, Once I know Liddell's in the clear, I'm really, man, we got this thing forecasted on T tonight. Weather Service did a great job um, keeping it posted. Curtis, I was watching posts from Curtis. Joel's on there talking. I wish I could hear him what he's talking about. Joel knows he's hearing me somewhere, I guess. That's what Chad said. So whichever feed he's listening on. We don't got great service out there. One of them don't. One does. I don't know what their cell phone service is. Next Tech, if you're listening, let's get on board with this. How about all of our other companies? Atwood Cable is going to have live. Atwood Cable will be the debut of the live channel. Bob and Jordan and Dakota were right on board the minute I told them what we were doing. Helped me get a computer because mine was too slow. So that's what I'm running here. All this is running on Atwood Cable's internet. I don't think we're having any problem because I'm watching one of the radars now. Actually, that radar isn't coming from here. Well, my radar is. Me talking is. There was a little bit of delay. But I don't know. That's internet. I have to rewatch them. Anybody watching me live now, send me a message saying that if it's real time or slowed any. I don't think it is. I just think that's how it works. So, if you was Liddell, Sprinkleys already went through Atwood. Wasn't enough to even dot my. I had dots on my sidewalk. Not even enough to wet it. So that ain't gonna hurt nothing. And if it's been going for an hour, it's an hour and 45-minute movie. Goonies, if everybody remembers Goonies, is that the Jelly Belly Shuffle movie? Brad Morrill's was there. Me and Troy used to pick on the boys and make him do the Jelly Belly Shuffle for us because he ate so many jelly beans. But pretty sure it came from Goonies, that little chubby kid. I can't remember. If you remember what I'm talking about, I can't remember what they called it in the movie. Something belly made him pull up his shirt, check his belly, the little chubby kid. Poor Ryan. Me and Troy used to make him do that. They would feed him more candy. Anyway, Goonies movie. Back from when I was obviously 5th grade, 6th grade, somewhere in there. 84, 83, somewhere around 82. But that's what they do at the movie drive-in theaters. Like they had Jaws down there in Goodland last night, the swimming pool, Goonies. We've done Grace. We've done all the oldies over the last couple of years. Oakley, I don't know what Oakley's doing. But if you want some fun for your town or community, call Chad, Joel, radio station, get one of those drive-in movie theaters. People like them, especially the old movies. Take the kids out there, have fun. It's like a drive-in. Or out with your theater. We had that. Last movie I saw at the drive-in theater was Mountain Family, Star Wars. I saw the first Star Wars there. Awesome. Star Wars. Tron was the first one in town. Mountain Robertson Rescuers was out there in town. The cartoons. Convoy. Star Wars. My mom and dad let me go to Convoy when when I was young. Actually, mine went to a cook to call. Can't remember. The Moonings thing, I always remember that as a young boy. Um, but my dad liked Clint Eastwood, so I got to watch Clint Eastwood at a young age. Mom hated it. I loved it. Fistful of Dollars. In the 70s, you know, the Any Which Way But Loose, the Cowboys to the fun stuff. Anyway, drive-in movie theater, that's fun. I'm talking about the real drive-in when I'm talking about going to those movies. Star Wars, what was the other one? One other real big one right at the end out there. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome was in town at the theater. That would people help me. What were the last movies at the drive-in theater before it closed down? Actually, it closed down and reopened, I think, for a while. So there would have been some of those 87ers. What year was that? Maybe 85, 86. We tried to run it again. The ones I'm talking about are 82, I think. Star Wars. I don't know. I need Timmy to keep me straight on my movie years. I can't remember them, but I know I saw the first Star Wars out there. John Millen was visiting my cousin from Norton, so it had to be in the summer, right around harvest time. If he was there, we probably took a break from harvest. I was small, maybe 10. So I was 10 in 81, so 80, 81, 82, Star Wars? 82, probably. So I'm gonna, we're doing this live feed. Joe will probably call me one more time. Udell's fine. It's already done. So if we got 45 more minutes, that movie will end at 7:45. So there's 30 minutes left. They took a delay. They're going back at it. Yes, I go back up to Colorado. I'm kind of done talking Kansas. Shower south of town. No more lightning that I can see. Just that rumble of thunder I heard when I was outside. So you got to see how that worked. I come back, heard rumble of thunder. It wasn't, so it's still showing up right there. So as that gets more faded, away. I'm looking up on the other one. We got those storms out in Colorado. 2 lightning strikes in the Goodland area. No lightning. I don't know what mine got that on. It's less than mine. I'm still showing the 30-minute one on mine. The one I heard when I was outside. I faintly heard thunder, so I knew there had to be lightning somewhere. Came back on my computer. It showed up about 5 minutes later. So that's cool. I think Jennifer Clark. I know her. Just subscribe. Jennifer K. Clark and Tom. Thank you for liking the video. Dan, my buddy out in California. Hi, Dan. Mike Louder, how are you? Dan did my first Decision Weather webpage. Dan, remember that? That was cool. Still got the logo, still use it. So Dan Leopold. Oh, you're not in California anymore. You're in Denver. Sorry. I think you're in Denver, right? Was out in California. I think I still have it hosted with that gal. That's daily Christmas, man. That's a long time ago. 20 March of '01. I think I called Dan and my brother in November that year and said, Mom and Dad, I'm going to be moving back. We started talking about doing the weather. We were doing text messaging weather on the Sprint project out there in Kansas City. And I go, man, if this will work in Kansas, text messaging weather, Weather Valet, direct messaging now. I used to call it text. Now it's, I don't know how it works. Put it in the phone, put it in the software, and it sends it to everybody in the software and group by zip and county and subscriber little thing. So if I have construction guys, I got a selection group, and that way I can pick and do things fast on my end. So, Michael, American Weather Stream Channel, thank you for developing the Weather Valet phone out. We just kind of do it as a team as we need stuff. We're going to add stuff to that. The live channel's next. Hope to have that going in August. We're working on it. Dunkers Radio and TV, or Atwood Cable System, sorry. I'll always call it Dunkers Radio and TV because that's what it was when I was little. Harold, Bob, Carrie, Craig. People remember Craig. Way back when. Back in these same years, I saw Star Wars. 82, I think it was. Look at that storm out in Colorado. Got nice pictures coming in. That's a tornado warning out there. Guess we could go see what that's doing. Actually, it's not even a tornado warning anymore. So that's this guy right here. Nice cloud, though. Getting dark out there. It shouldn't be getting dark. It's not dark here. I don't know why it's so dark. We're seeing more scattered stuff out ahead here, south of 70. So again, that makes sense. This is stabilizing here. There's drier air earlier today that worked into this area. This rain's going to probably be weaker. If you're watching our radar on TV, we got the severe threat box outlined. So this scattered stuff is picking up in coverage. Colby's going to get some rain showers. South of there, not going to be severe. Wet the pavement type stuff. I'm starting to find stuff not to talk about. Stuff in Colorado is not getting stronger. Oh wait, I'm the wrong Colorado's box. So this is moving faster and stronger. Let's see what our timing is. So we're going to talking about Burlington at 6:30. That's still, or 6:30, I think. Can't remember. Lost track. 42 minutes. That's moving faster. We'll watch what they do on that one. That looks like it's moving faster to me. All the storm chasers are up there now. $40 miles an hour, so it picked up a little bit. So 40 miles. What this is. Boom. 10. 10. It's 20 miles away. 10 miles away. Stratton's 5, Stratton's 10. So 15 minutes. $15, 20 minutes. Bethune moving into Stratton as we speak. That line's picking up some intensity. Let's see what we got. That hail's got to be bigger than that. 1 inch on the warning. Let's take a look ourselves. We'll go velocity. See if there's any rotation. Kind of watch that area to the north. Right there. Got a spotter out there watching it too. So if a tornado does develop, this is what we're watching on our velocity scan. We could switch to that camera maybe. Wonder if I got two up at the same time. I can. Cool. Michael, am I allowed to do this? I hope so. Good. See what that looks like. Okay. So the camera on the bottom right is the stuff out by Stratton, Colorado. It's stuff on the top left is the one that had the tornado warning out by Eads, Colorado. So Stratton, Colorado, Eads, Colorado. Cameras. We've got the velocity scan running up there now, looking at that. So where you see that guy, we're looking at that little area to the northwest of Stratton. Let's just take precautions now out there in Stratton, Bethune. There's a little bit of rotation there. It's to develop. That's bigger hail than 1 inch. We haven't looked at the hail scan potential, but I guarantee you it is. Just looking at the Yep. So we're gray up to 2 inches. Starting to see the color change in here. Let's not be surprised if the tornado warning doesn't come up on the cell. These guys are down here. Camera on bottom right. This guy, camera. Is this tornado guy? That's this guy looking into that cell north of Stratton. Cheyenne Wells is now in severe thunderstorm warning. For 22 minutes. It's golf ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind. I know we got listeners in Cheyenne Wells. Mike Skolot, if you're listening, I saw you took a Weather Valley. No, Barry Skolot. You took a Weather Valley trial. I don't know. I probably need to call you. See what you thought. Probably wasn't doing a good job nub for Cheyenne Wells at that time. Getting kind of new at this. So, oh man, that's going real southeast. I'm looking at the Cheyenne Wells one. Hail just to the north of Stratton. It's going to be crossing the interstate between Stratton and Bethune. So if you're out there on I-70, large hail, wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour, possible rotation in that cell. We're watching that. So if you're listening in Stratton, Bethune, Burlington, the cell does not have a tornado warning on it, but watching it. Conditions are favorable. Radar's trying to get there. Weather Service will make that determination. Jesse and the crew and the warning coordinator office got all the equipment. We just are play-by-play here, getting out info out to you as fast as we can. And it's accurate, and it's personal. When I'm talking all these stories and know who you are, we'll talk about you. Email me, text me, whatever you do. Send a message. I don't know how to any of that stuff. So email's old probably. Text is more new. Do the Weather Valley phone app, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to look for anything. There's the cows I was talking about. I keep cracking myself up. So there's lots of cows out there in that part of Colorado. Feed yards and grazing, and Got them on camera. They're not worried about it. If they were worried, they'd all be bunched together. Anyway, Kyle's up there in Eads. These guys are on a rural road, looks like going 32. There's 200 watching the Eads one. What am I doing? Switching. This is hail. So that large hail area is now on the wrong cell again. I'm more concerned now with them. We'll just stay up here on this one. No, that's Eads. It's got cows on it, so I'm going to leave it on there because I'm an ag guy. So you ag folks, sign up, please. I'll be the only ag person out here. No more BAM weather clarity. No more. You'll have somebody local. Trust me, I've been doing it longer than them. I was at the first conference in 1993 and 4, and the farmers ran us out of town. They didn't want to hear about it. Us forecasting 30 days out ahead, and 60 in a year, and cracks me up now. Didn't then. I was very angry. Thought we were dumb college kids. But I loved it. I love the climatology. I love the ag weather. Dr. Will Hite was the best drought mitigation person I learned it from the man himself. So I've been talking farmers for a long time. No-till, drought, save water, conserve. We know what we're doing. We got as farmers, we know how to farm. God gives us what He gives us, and that's what we live with. We take the hail, we take the wind, we take the rain, we get it. Cows like it. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Let's watch this. I took it off velocity. Got hail now. Crossing the interstate. That's got a good wind gust in it, guarantee that. Showers with Colby. Achilles. Subsidence in Ludell. So don't worry about Ludell. No more. Chad. Joel. Let's plug that. Plug it. That's why you got a weather guy. Anyway, 728. I've done this for a while. Gives y'all a sample. This is cool. We're gonna have our own live channel. This radar will be in the middle when we meet. It'll be there. You'll have current. Now you'll see the time, the temperature forecast, all the forecasts, our graphics. Right now they're kind of similar to the range service. Not real high tech, but they're more high tech. We got to uniform that, get that looking good, put that on the live channel, put some ag forecasting up there. I know wind inversion has been the topic. If you go into Mesonet, they use soil temperature difference. We should be able to use dew point depression or dry bulb, wet bulb dew points, come up with something between the two of them. Different. We want something different and accurate. That's all I want to find out. It's something that's better than that. I'm still thinking. I'm quizzing people's brains. Probably need to go back to school. No, I don't. No, told. So, guess what I'm trying to tell you here? I'm gonna watch. This thing's moving faster in Colorado. I think I'll give everybody a rundown on the timing, see if Joe calls me, and then I'm going to call it quits because it's doing what we forecasted. All the forecasts are out there. The weather service forecasts are out there. The timing's out there. The severity, I don't know. I don't think it's as severe. I'll watch what it does. That's what Joe asked me. I don't know. It was before he went on the call. I thought it, and if it did, I said it'd be the next watch would come up. Southwest Kansas. I didn't look to see if there's any mesos going on. Let me check that out for everybody real quick. If there is, I'll talk about that. Yes, there is one up. That would include Southwest Kansas. I'll put that up for you. Okay, we'll put that meso up for you. Gotta get the right one. It's too hard to figure it out from there over here. So when I say a Mesonet discussion, that is Severe Storms Prediction Center. It's talking about the next watch area. So when Joe asked me to do, I thought there's a watch. I was like, just about ready to ramble. That if it is, it'll be in Southwest Kansas. Maybe Scott City. You heard me earlier. Scott City, Tribune, Leota. Looks like an Oklahoma border. I-70 South that include Colby and I got it on this tiny screen. So in this meso discussion, that's where the watch will likely be issued. If you read this, it's a 95%. So yes, they're going to issue a watch. So that's going to be coming up shortly. During the next few hours, this was done 7:04 p.m. So it says in the next few hours. So by 8, 9, 10 o'clock, you're going to have a watch up. By 1Z, which would be 9 o'clock. So by 9 o'clock, you're going to have a watch up for that area. 80 mile an hour wind, large hail. It'll be the continuation of 398, covering the western half of Kansas. The upcoming activity will congeal into an organized cluster as they continue eastward into the night. So, Joe, we were talking about that, the whole thing forming a cluster. Persistent outflows feature 80 temperatures up to 60 dew points out there in southwest Kansas. Steep lapse rates. Some of the stuff we showed you earlier when we started. We didn't go down into southwest Kansas. We were looking at those same things for northwest Kansas, particularly Goodland, Colby. Westerly shears in it, so the tornadic thing will be there, and the large hail, obviously. So, yes, expect a watch by 9 o'clock. Colby, Hill City will be in it. That stuff coming out of it's mostly south of the interstate. Goodland, I guess they're thinking, well, because Goodland's in the old watch. So Thomas Logan will probably stay. Wallace, Sherman may go out. I don't know. It's good to know before we sign off. So Meso 1208, 95% likeliness that a watch will be issued south of I-70 for sure. Maybe a little bit north, but I guess Thomas will be in it. Probably. Logan. So if you're looking at ours, other radar, we got that already circled. So that's where that watch will be. It's highlighted in red. And that's probably when he put that up. No, it's been up there longer. So Michael's working behind the scenes, putting stuff up on the radars. Looks like another thunderstorm. We'll go back to it. Looks like another thunderstorm warning popped up in Colorado. rolling back to the radar. Again, our cameras are, one camera's out there between Burlington and Bethune now. The other camera is down there now in Cheyenne Wells. So he's coming back. Going to come north where they're going to issue the next warning box. So if you're watching the storm plotters, they're moving around based on this same information. He's leaving stuff to the south and coming back up where this new watch will be issued. There is a thunderstorm that just popped up west of Sharon Springs, got lightning in it. Stuff that went past Ludell now is stronger in Gem. Chilis, southeast Rollins County are getting a rain shower. Jim getting a rain shower. 9 Mile Curve getting a rain shower. Rexford, the Dairy. What else you want to know? South of Colby, I'm getting delirious. I said I was going to run the warning boxes down. No, it's the same one. So this warning box, that stuff's going. I'm going to tell you now, I think it's getting further southeast. But it'll probably just miss Goodland. And Oakley, I don't think Colby needs to be in it. But Weather Service Storms Prediction will make that determination. Then the Weather Service can refine that. So Jesse and those guys could, refine it a little bit locally. So, little info on that. I'm going to go to 7:45. I decided. Then I'm done. Honestly, I'm getting tired. I get thirsty and tired. Somebody's made me supper tonight. So I'm going to go eat that at 8. Thank you for supper. Big ziti, so I was told. Banana bread. So if you want to cook me food, I'll trade you forecasts. No, I used to do that with my grandma's friends. So I'd get pies, colanis. That's why I weigh 100 pounds more than I do now. I'm trying not to. We had a bake sale this morning at the craft fair, and I got 3 dozen here left. Anybody want them? $3. They're kind of crumbled though. I about messed them up coming home. So that was fun. This is the first time we did a craft fair at the senior center. I don't know what to talk about right now. Talk about the watch. It's going to be issued by 9. It'll be all Southwest Kansas. Probably include Goodland will probably stay out of it. Oak will probably get in it. Sharon Springs will get in it. Colby, likely, yeah, because it was circled. Not real confident that Colby's going to see severe weather. Just watching this. I mean, it's going southeast, just like the forecast said it would do. Once it got into those northwesterlies, coming over the top, high pressure coming in from the north and east with that cooler air for the weekend. Now talking about Sunday, I haven't really looked at it now. I just if you watched it, it's going to be out in Colorado, then to our south. We might get rain, we might get some cloudy skies locally. I'm not real confident in severe weather. Now, next week when it gets hot again, late next week, heading into Father's Day, probably. Looks like we're going to get to 100, maybe. Day on Father's Day would look like that. But that's ways out. If you remember the old Decision Weather slogan, the area's most accurate 10-day forecast. That's still what I put up with America's Book. They advertise it that way. It's accurate, personalized, and accessible now. That 10-day forecast. But that's how far we've evolved in 23 years. I was talking about ag forecasting then, still am. Text message delivery, exactly what, direct message. because it can be delivered in all kinds of different ways. It's not necessarily we're doing it through the live stream, and however all that gets funneled into our communication system here, control center, as we call it. Got the younger meteorologist watching that. But if you're watching this and you're hearing me talk about all this stuff, just remember weathervalet.com. Weathervalet.com, that's where it all starts. You get signed up, registered, and all the rest of the stuff I'm talking about will come to you and we'll plan for you. I'm the only guy that will be up on Sunday afternoon planning the forecast for you while you're out having fun at the lake. And our team. First thing Monday morning, you'll have your week planned out for you. That is worth $1 a day, I guarantee it. That alone. And then you can watch radars and weather TV weathermen and AccuWeather and your phone app or whatever. Don't tell me downtown that your phone app says something. Please, I'm tired of it. All of us are tired of it. So it looks like they're parked in Burlington right now on that camera, waiting for that line to come in. I'm going to wait till 7:45 to see what happens with these things. I think that's when they end. Then I'm going to shut her off. Oh, there it is. Goodland not in it. Ta-da. So we got, and they lowered the hail threat. Wind speeds. That's a little different than the discussion. So when it hits that hotter, warmer 60-degree dew point, this got destabilized from all that stuff. That's why Gillen wasn't in it. Ooh. So I'll run this morning down. Hour and 3 minutes. 8:45 Central, 7:45 Mountain. Sharon Springs, you're in it. 1 inch hail, 7-mile winds. Threat of tornadoes probably low. I was watching it there for a second. It was coming close, but it didn't. Got zapped from the stuff to the south. Stuff to the south is what you got to watch. So if you're Tribune, Leota, Syracuse, Scott City, these areas, severe thunderstorm watch. You could have bad weather in the early morning hours. And again, I'm not even going to write that down. Been talking about it all day. We got showers in the cook now. Liddell's in the hole. Movie be getting done. I better watch that real quick. I got the Goodland radar. Yes, I do. So I'll call out there once. This is hour to Atwood. So 8:45. They'll be out of there by 9. So that's what I'll tell Liddell. 9 o'clock. Maybe some rain. Actually, it might even be quicker. Sprinkles. Hour. 8:45. We'll say 8:45. Light rain, no severe. Liddell, Colby, scattered stuff. Oakley, scattered stuff. Severe weather southwest. Out of our listening area for the most part. Signing off, Joe, KYBZ. May go on there one more time. Joe probably will here in a little bit. But I'm going to sign off live. We got the radar up. Keep watching the radar. Got the Goodland camera on there facing west, so you can watch it coming in. I'm going to shut mine off. This was fun. Gives you a good review of what we're doing. I talked about it. Just listen to this whole thing. You'll see how a forecast, how it started, my commentating. My colleagues talk just as much as I do. And we'll do this through the whole country. We've been debuting it. You can look at the videos. A lot of those, if you're a tornado nut, watch some of the old ones. The one in Iowa, I did that one. Timmy's done a whole bunch of them. Oklahoma, Burdell, we did that one. Twice now in Kentucky I've done ones. But websites, YouTube, myweathernow.com. Get on there, subscribe. Just hit the like button or subscribe button. Be our feed. Facebook, American Weather in Kansas. Like it. Decision Weather, same thing. American Weather in Kansas, American Weather in Colorado, American Weather in Nebraska. Wherever you're located, click your state. But the most important thing, Weather Valet, like a car parking valet. Do Joe, and then we'll say the same thing. WeatherValet.com. Get registered, get set up, you'll get everything. The live channel, everything. $1 a day. Businesses, 4 people, less than $1 a day for each person. So, yep, I'm wrapping it up on the live, so perfect timing. I told him you'd be calling. Yep, squeeze her in. You know that's called we've done this too long. That's the last thing I go. Oh, Joe will probably call me one more time. I might shut it off. I might not. Ludell got in a hole. It's crazy.
Yeah. We got some sprinkles in that one. Mom and Dad had some sprinkles out there. That was really about it.
Yeah.
The line was put up in the southwest here.
I heard a rumble when I went out with the sprinkle. I came back here and I said I heard a rumble, so I know there was lightning. In 5 minutes, it popped up on the indicator right on the it's on the Rollins side county line, probably out there west of the pump station where E-Steps used to live. Maybe you know where that was, or Hayden, west of the chapel. Stevens Chapel, southwest of there. So I was guessing that right at 27 miles or something like that from Ludell.
I was talking to the office here going up there, and it started to kind of rumble, so I stepped out into the driveway on the side to the southwest. I don't know how far.
You heard it too?
Yeah.
It was faint, but I could hear it. Kind of roared. All right, I'm ready. Let's run her down, call it a day.
All right. This is 106.1 KYBZ. It's Saturday. Back on the phone with meteorologist Chris Schraubing and Decision Weather Now, as well as American Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, it looks like a large portion of eastern Colorado and eventually portions of southwestern Kansas are under the gun tonight, but for us locally, just maybe a few sprinkles.
Yeah, Joe, you're exactly right. We've been watching this stuff out in Colorado. We've got the watch up that includes the counties along the Colorado border, Thomas and Logan County until 8 p.m. and then south and west. The Severe Storms Prediction Center Meso discussion that came out at 7:05 said that there's a 95% likeliness of a severe thunderstorm watch being issued by 9 o'clock tonight to include southwestern Kansas. It did have a circle, the top of it going to Goodland, Colby, Oakley, to Hoxie. That could be the very north end of it. I think once they decide to actually issue it, it's probably because this stuff is moving more southeast. So the last warning that came off the stuff out in Colorado does include the very southwest corner of Sherman County, which would be Canaredo. Goodland is just outside of it. And then it does clip Sharon Springs in the right bottom side of the polygon. So it's from Burlington all the way to Sharon Springs to just to the Wallace area, north and west of Winona for an hour. So that'll be until 8:45 Central, 7:45 Mountain. We did lower the hail size from golf ball to baseball, 80 to 70 with that. But it's kind of going in rain-cooled air. The stuff to the south and east is sucking all the energy out of that. But once it gets maybe to past Sharon Springs, Scott City, Leota, Tribune, places south of that, that's where they're going to see the nasty weather overnight as a big complex. So 1, 3, 2, 3 inch rains. We're going to have rain showers moving in here again. We got light rain showers now over County, Benkelman, Imperial, Bay Center. That stuff will be moving in at 8:45 here. All non-severe, and we might pick up 20, quarter inch, at most a half inch, maybe out there. Pretty good downpour now, lightning north and west of the dairy, just north of Bird City. So, yep.
Are you starting to see any points in straight northwest Kansas?
Not in Northwest Kansas. Well, I didn't look at the last hour. They probably are where we had these showers a little bit. I think they're probably upper 50s. Now the 60-degree dew points don't happen until where we're talking to the south. So there is drier air to the north. That's why the storms are weekend coming in, the high pressure from the north and east backing in. But my guess is we're still in the mid to upper 50s, 36 in the north. Along 36, you get to 70, we're probably right around 60, and you get south of 70, and then you got those 60-degree dew points. So that gives you a good indication of severe weather as well. Yeah, we're going to see this evening stuff out in Colorado. It's trying to sneak across. Again, it looks like it's a south and east track just south of us. Marginal risk, not like today where we were elevated. The colors, marginal is the green color. If you're looking at what the Weather Service puts out or the source prediction, and then slight is yellow, and then elevated, the higher risk turns to orange. Red, those are your color schemes on the severe weather. So we'll be in the green and out along the border and south of I-70. So we're out, Raleigh County, going to be nice, pleasant, cool. Sun come, probably a lot of clouds tomorrow, but Monday we have a better threat. Tuesday, probably a better threat of stuff coming out of Colorado. Tomorrow, I don't think we really have to worry about anything. Just be a nice, cooler day. And then next week, it's going to get hot. By the middle of the week, we could be 90s, 100. Storms Friday, Saturday, heading into Father's Day. Father's Day looks hot. Upper 90s, around 100, maybe windy. So that's a rundown for that.
All right, once again, you're all still shopping and see weather in Appleton. American Weather Channel for 106.1 KYP. All right, now,
all right. Well, I'm going to call now. I'm going to sign off with you. And
I think I'm going to go have something cool that was brewed in Golden, Colorado.
Golden, Colorado. I think that's what I got in my refrigerator, too. I think it's a silver one and not the gold one.
Yeah, I have well.
So, yes, won't slow you down. Hey, Coors, be a great sponsor.
Yes, yeah. That's for sure.
Anyway, I like Golden, Colorado. If I was moving to Colorado, that's one place I would think about.
Oh, I know it. It's nice.
They got that Western feel to it. Their festivals are cool. The school.
I like the mountains out in Colorado.
Yeah.
I just assume go out there for a vacation because when it's hotter than Hades here, and you go out to eastern Colorado and get up into the mountains. I mean, you could be in June or July and it'll be 60, 70 degrees out there. I'm going, that's the kind of weather I like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's.
Outside, the mosquitoes aren't bad.
Yeah. So, all right, man. All tonight. Enjoy that silver bullet.
I will try you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man.
All right. Weather Streaming Channel, weathervalet.com. That was Joe Zurich. Is that forecasting he's getting from Lee and Pam? That's the Zurich family on the radio station here in Atwood. We've been doing. I actually called Joe way back when I decided not to work for Weather Not in Kansas City and move home and start my own deal. And I go, can we do this out there? And the problem was the technology. We had to become an internet dealer. Still need more internet. We got Atwood cable system powering us. Going to power the live channel. So get Atwood cable. If you want a live weather channel on your television, Atwood cable system. If you live in Atwood, obviously, our hometown, we're all about supporting local. Next Tech, you guys, S&T, jump on well for Thomas County, Sherman County, Oakley, Hayes City, because we're going to be your weather source, farm network, ag, live, streaming. We got Kansas covered, especially Western Kansas. Dodge City's coming. Kansas City's coming. Omaha's coming. That's where we're going. Denver to Omaha, Kansas City. That's how we're going to build it. Indianapolis, our home base. So American Weather Streaming Channel, Indiana. American Weather Streaming Channel, Kansas. Signing off. Have a good one. Weathervalet.com. Get registered. $1 a day. Set up, and you'll get everything. You'll talk to us. We'll forecast you. We'll plan your week. That's why it's Weather Valet. Let us be your chauffeur. Let us park your weather information. That's where we're going. Talk to you later. Good night.